What is the best revenge you've dished out? My coworker Jake had this annoying habit of stealing my ergonomic chair every single Monday morning. I'd come in with my coffee, ready to start the week, and there he'd be sitting in my chair while I got stuck with the ancient broken one that squeaked like a dying mouse. The first time it happened, I figured it was an accident. Maybe he forgot which desk was his, but then it kept happening. Every Monday, like clockwork. I'd walk over and he'd look up with this fake innocent smile and go, "Oh hey, was this your chair? I thought it was just sitting here empty." But here's the thing, he only did it on Mondays when our boss wasn't in yet, and he'd always move it back to my desk by Tuesday, probably so I wouldn't complain to management. Smart, but not smart enough. I tried talking to HR about it. Jennifer just shrugged and said, "It's just office chairs. Can't you guys work it out like adults?" Easy for her to say. She had a fancy leather chair that probably cost more than my rent. After 2 months of this Monday morning chair theft, I was done. So I came up with a plan that would make Jake regret every chair stealing decision he'd ever made. I went to this sketchy thrift store downtown and found the most beat up office chair they had. It was this ugly brown thing that looked like it survived a nuclear explosion. But that wasn't the best part. I bought 4 mismatched wheels. One wobbly, one that didn't roll, one that squeaked like a smoke detector with a dying battery, and one that was just completely broken. I spent my entire Saturday afternoon in my garage, carefully installing these disaster wheels. Then I practiced sitting in it. Every movement created a symphony of awful noises. Lean left, screech. Lean right, wobble, clank. Try to roll forward, nothing. It was perfect. Monday morning, I got to work extra early and switched out my good chair for this masterpiece. Then I hid in the break room with my coffee, waiting for the show to begin. Right at 8:30, Jake strolled in looking all smug. He didn't even hesitate, just grabbed what he thought was my chair and rolled it over to his desk. The moment his butt hit that seat, it was like watching someone sit on a whoopee cushion filled with nails. Screech! Wobble, clank. Jake froze. He tried to adjust his position. More screeching. He attempted to roll closer to his desk. The chair just spun in place, making this grinding noise that sounded like a garbage disposal eating a spoon. For the next 8 hours, every single movement Jake made announced itself to the entire office. When he leaned forward to type, screech. When he answered his phone, wobble, clank. When he tried to push back from his desk, absolutely nothing happened because that one wheel was completely dead. The whole office was trying not to laugh. Even Jennifer from HR kept walking by his desk with this smirk on her face. Jake's face was getting redder by the hour, but he couldn't say anything because technically he'd stolen the chair. Around lunch, I heard him muttering to his friend Craig, "I don't know what's wrong with this stupid chair. It's like it's possessed or something." By Friday, Jake looked like he'd aged 10 years. His back was probably killing him from that broken chair, and everyone in the office was calling it the screaming chair. But here's the thing, he still couldn't admit he'd taken it from my desk without looking like a total thief. That's when I decided to twist the knife a little deeper. I sent out an office-wide email that said, "Hey everyone, has anyone seen my old chair? It's the brown one that makes about 7 different awful noises when you move. I know it's terrible, but it has sentimental value. My grandpa died in a chair just like that one." I didn't really have a grandpa who died in a chair, but Jake didn't know that. Monday morning came, and there was my beautiful ergonomic chair sitting right where it belonged at my desk. Jake was hunched over at his own desk in what looked like a brand new chair he'd probably bought over the weekend.